everybody. I hope everybody's having a really good week this week. So this week, what's popping and dropping is a bowling pop-up card. And there's all of our pins and a bowling ball there in the middle. So why don't we go ahead and head over to Design Space, and I'm going to show you everything that comes in this file. I'll meet you over there.
Okay, guys, so here we are in Design Space. When you open the bowling pop-up card, this is everything that you will get in this file. There's some extra pieces here for you also to choose from. So if you want to add anything, why don't you go ahead and add your things to. Don't forget to go up and name and save your project. And if you'd like, we can go ahead and get these pieces cut out, and I'll meet you back at the craft table. I'll see you there.
Okay, guys, so we can get our card base out and our pretty paper. The inside for our pretty paper is going to be a little different because I wanted it to look like a bowling alley. So my two pieces of pretty paper that match, I'm putting on the outside of my card. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Work our score line and then put these two pieces on the front of our card. All right, so we have our pretty paper on the front of our card, and then the back of our card is going to look a little different. So I'm using this greenish color because I want it to look kind of like a 1950s bowling alley. And I don't have this going all the way to the top of my card because we're going to put like this gold strip up here on the top of it. So this is how our card is going to be opening. So just keep that in mind when you're making your card also. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on. I'm not going to put it on the score line. I'm just going to go right up to the score line. So let's go ahead and glue our silver piece on the top of here. Our gold piece, I mean, on top of this. And then we should have a black rectangle piece that we need that's going to go like so on our card. And then we should have two more pieces that go on the top. So I'm going to try to center this like on my green piece here. And then with this on top, I made these lines. They are in the file. And if you have a maker, you can use your deboss and make the lines on it. If you can see, there you go. You can see them right there on that. If not, you could just cut the strips, change it to cut, and you could cut out strips to give it this look. And this piece is going to go right on top like so. And I want to give it some room here because we have a little um, emblem. So I'm going to put this little piece on. That's a little emblem I made that usually you see at the bowling alleys. I'm going to try to center it. Okay, so we have our top piece worked here. I decided I'm going to put another pretty piece on like this that's going to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Now I'm just going to line my bowling alley up to my score line here and go ahead and put it on. Okay, so we have our little bowling alley going on here. And what we can do is get our mechanism piece out. Now we have our mechanism done, and we have these two little arms over here. And this is the same mechanism as our photo pop-up card. And we're going to work that score line to the back of our mechanism. So we've turned it over. And on the back here, we have this little triangle section on each side. And we're just going to put a little glue there and fold our arm over to the back of this. So there's my glue. And we're just going to fold that right over. And it is not being glued to our little hook here. So once we have that done, we have a score line in the middle here. So we can work that. That's what that looks like when you have your middle score line worked. And then if we fold it to the back and we can see our score lines, you can just put your thumb in that score line and then work it both ways. And then we'll turn it over. There's that slanted score line. We're going to put our thumb in it and then work it back and forth a couple of times. Then once we've done that, we can open it, and these two guys right here will start folding in once we start working our mechanism in. Okay. Now, if we turn this over to the back, this section and this section is where we are going to put glue. And we'll use this hole here to center it up in our score line, and this to center in our score line also. So our center line we want in the score line of our card. And then once you have it in the middle of your score line, and I'm trying to center this in the middle of our card too, we can just fold that section up and put some glue on that tab. And then once you think this is glued, we can start folding our card. And you can see our mechanism starting to work. But what we need to do is hook this arm into this arm here. So I lean my card up against me so it's a little bit folded, and then I will put that hook inside of each other like so, and then just help it along to close. And then once it closes, we can give that a good rub. And there we have our mechanism working. My mechanism's coming up a little on this side. I didn't put enough glue, so I'm just going to put a little under here and then give it a good rub. So we have our 10 bowling pins, and we just need to decide where we want these to go. Now our bowling ball will go on the center of our piece here, like so. So we just got to place our bowling pins around here. So I definitely think we can put one here on the bottom of our card. One up here. So on these, I would definitely suggest using some sort of tape, because if you have to adjust this, you can take it off easily. Now that one is going outside of my card, so I'm going to need to adjust it. So there we go. That's not coming outside. And because this part of this arm is showing a little bit, I'm going to just snip it off. And I still see a little corner over here, so I'm going to snip that little corner off over there. And that one's good. All right, so we got the basic 4 down. So I think I'm going to put one up here, like I said. And I just want to make sure it's not going to catch on anything, and it won't right there. No, that won't work. See how it's hitting? Okay, so that would work if we put it on this side. It will work good. And again, our bowling ball will go in the middle of this guy here, like so. So I wonder if I can put another one right there. No, let's see. Oh yeah, that would work good. So I like that one there. And then we just have one more because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, we're missing some pins. Okay, so we got our pins on. So what I think I'm going to do is go decorate the front of my card, and then I'll be back to show you what I came up with. I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you guys is how to glue the ball on. I tried using it and just having a score line in the center of our bowling ball and then folding it. It just doesn't do as nicely. So what I've done is I've taken a black marker and I've tried to color in here so you don't see any of the white. And I would use whatever background your bowling ball is. And I have a black background, so it'll kind of blend in together. So then what we can do is just put a little glue on each side of our mechanism here. And then we're going to line our ball up on this mechanism. And you don't want to go too far into that score line of our mechanism. That's why we colored on our mechanism whatever color you choose to do. And then I'm just going to put a little glue on the other side. And then I'm going to line this one up with this ball right here. And remember, we don't want to go too far into that score line because it would keep our mechanism from closing. I'm just trying to line my bowling ball up to be even with each other. Give it a good rub. This is what my card ended up looking like. I love it. I think we got a good 1950 vibe going on here. And then we open it up and bam, look at all of our bowling pins scattering everywhere. Now, again, you can definitely leave your bowling ball whole if you want to. I personally didn't like how it was sitting on my paper. And then down here, I just did "You're just incredible." And then on the back, we have a place where we can write a message. So, you know, somebody that likes bowling, I think they would love this card. I think it definitely has a good 1950s vibe going on. I love how it turned out. And I love how this mechanism really works, guys. You know, guys, I was going to tell you a joke, but I think this week I'll just spare you. Guys, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with me. Don't forget to stop by next week to see what's popping and dropping. Bye.